Welcome to Instant Replay for MLS Week 31. We are presented by Cheez-Its. I am Andrew
Is
Wiebe.
it possible that Atlanta United
Warshaw
didn't actually get outplayed? And that's just what we're saying for the MLS narrative machine. But instead, they actually just had bad calls go against them. Andrew, we need to inspect it.
Yes, this is Aluminum Hat, Bobby Warshaw, and this is Instant Replay. Let's go. It's the Supporter Shield clash at Red Bull Arena, and we start in the 25th minute. And here is Oxen Will being taken down by Brad Guzan. Only Video Review gets in here and does it the right way. Good job, Yunus Makachi, for catching this, and good job to Robert Sabiga with going with his gut. No PK. But Bobby, in the 38th minute, Atlanta felt hard done by this Chris McCann handball in PK. What do you think?
Definitely PK. McCann's arm is up. The ball hits it. Nothing Atlanta fans could say about that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cut and dry. But we go to the 85th minute for one I don't think is nearly as cut or as dry. Eric Rometti is not happy about this PK call. He comes steaming in and blocks the cross, and they say it's a handball, but I don't think so. His arm rises a little bit at the end, but he's in a natural position there. The thing is, Atlanta United fans, I don't think you can reverse it. It's not a clear and obvious error. The ball hits his arm, but then it's a judgment call.
So you're here to tell me that Atlanta United actually lost and it wasn't somebody else's fault?
Exactly. It's a new narrative, Bobby Warshaw.
All right, I'm just glad you're the one saying it and not me. Let's head to Seattle for the Sounders taking on the Rapids. We go to the 33rd minute and the Sounders are up 1-0 when Ozzie Alonso goes to win this tackle on Jack Price. A foul is called, a yellow card is given, and Andrew, after video review, referee Nima Sagafi still decides to keep the red card in his pocket and keep it at a yellow. And this is a tricky one, because when you watch the still image, it's very clear that Ozzie puts his cleats into Jack Price's ankle, and yes, that still image looks bad, but you have to take into the context of live action. Did Alonso go in with excessive force? Did it meet the threshold of serious foul play? And for me, no. Alonso didn't vault himself forward. He was standing when it happened, and yes, his boots went into Jack Price, but sometimes that happens.
I think back to Tomas Martinez against Philly, and I almost got tricked here too. I thought it was a red on first view, but I'm with you, Bobby. Yellow card. I disagree, though, on this play. I'm going to take you now to the 51st minute, though, and Kellen Acosta has taken down Nico Ladero. They go with a PK straight off, but I don't think that's a penalty kick. Watch this very, very closely. Yes, there is contact. Yes, it is a foul, but that contact happens outside the box. Yes, Nico Ladero's legs hit on the line and he falls inside, but for me, not a PK.
I'm with you on that. So let's go to DC United in Audi Field, where DC took on the Montreal Impact in what was a huge game for that sixth and final playoff spot in the East. The score is 2-0 to DC in the 49th minute when Nacho Piatti gets the ball in the box and he goes down from this challenge by Paul Arriola. No foul from the referee, but Andrew, it looks pretty clear that Arriola steps on Piatti's
foot. Come on, man. It's a step. He gets him right there, right before he unleashes the shot. That should have been a PK. I don't know how they missed this one. I'm also not sure what was going down in Columbus. The Union visited Crew SC in a big battle for playoff positioning, and the big play came in the 36th minute. Here's Corey Burke and Lalas Abubakar jostling for position. Down goes Abubakar. Burke continues on, and eventually it's an own goal. They go to video review. Caleb Mendez calls this one back, and Drew Fisher reviews it, and they say, no, there's a foul there on Corey Burke. And Bobby, I see a little push, but that is SOFT, capital soft, man.
There's one play every week when we're doing Matchday Central when people yell at the TV about a call, and that was this one. Andrew, listen, if they had called a foul originally, it was on the margin, Philly would have complained, but I think we all would have been okay with the foul called. Once they didn't call the foul, are you going to tell me that this was clear and obvious to change? No chance. I have no idea how they did reverse it. Once they allowed the play to continue, they should have allowed the goal to stand.
Only thing clear and obvious to me here is that Lalas Abubakar's footwork and positioning was just off. All right, let's go to Portland, where Drew Fisher's in charge of Timbers FC Dallas, and we only got to wait a minute and 10 seconds for the first controversial call. Portland wants a handball on Rito Ziegler, but I'm not seeing it, man. He has no time to react, and I think this hits his chest anyway. We don't have a great angle, but look. Doesn't the ball ricochet when it goes past the arm, not when it would have hit the arm? Hard to tell. For me, a good no call in this instance. But Bobby, what do you think about that Liam Ridgewell red card in the 94th?
I didn't have a strong opinion on this. I understand why they would give it a red because he lifts his boot to a weird position. It seems pretty intentional what he's doing, but at the same time, he doesn't come in that hard. His boot isn't really raised, so I don't know what I'll give.
That's a red card, man. He did that intentionally. He knows what he's doing. He's got it for hundreds of headers in his career, and he hasn't stuck his boot in somebody's back on all of them.
Off to Houston next, where the Dynamo took on the Earthquakes, and we go to the 69th minute. The score is 2-2, and the Dynamo have just scored to equalize. The ball comes in the air, and Mauro Manotas challenges with Harold Cummings and Andrew. That looks like a Mauro Manotas elbow to Cummings' head, and when I watch it, it looks pretty intentional. A yellow card wasn't given, and video review wasn't induced, but man, I think all of those should have happened.
Yeah, I don't think this is a red card. I don't think it is because I don't see excessive force here, but he's not looking for the ball. He's looking right at Harold Cummings. You can argue that it could have been red, but for me, that's a yellow, and I get why Cummings was unhappy in this situation. Maybe a game-breaking call here as well. Houston would win 3-2, but in the 90th minute, Adam Lundqvist had the ball hit his arm in the box. The Houston defender was lucky, but was this the right call, Bobby?
No, this is the call I actually feel the strongest about. Look at Lundqvist's shoulders. He dips his left shoulder down toward the ball. He tried to trap the ball, and he just missed, and it hit his arm. And was it conscious for him to use his arm? No, but we see these called every single week. This should have been a penalty of the Quakes, and Wando should have had a chance to get another goal.
Nah, I'm with you there on the Wando stuff, but not the PK. The ball comes over late. He doesn't see it. That, for me, is a good no call. Let's go out to Minnesota now and check out a nasty tackle by Alexander Ring on Colin Warner. Warner will be sent off later in this match, but I don't know, man. Should Ring have been sent off? That's straight-legged. He lunges through. He gets the studs into the ankle. Bobby, I'm leaning red here.
I think you pretty much nailed a referee's description of serious foul play. I'm with you. For me, that should have been a red.
But what about this from Darwin Quintero? We said Mauro Manotas should have got a yellow. What does Quintero get for this? A very, very similar play to that Manotas one.
This falls into the there are no rules in soccer, and also the second category of Andrew Wiebe changes his views every single week. I remember a Yannick Boli play that was similar to this, and you undoubtedly showed him a red, even though his arm accidentally went to the player's neck. Why aren't you giving a red card to Quintero?
Force. Yannick Boli swung that arm, in my opinion. In this case, I don't think he swings. It doesn't look good, and he definitely should have received a yellow card on this play. Let's go out to LA, where we have a couple PKs to look at. Third minute, here goes Roman Alessandrini, and down goes Roman Alessandrini. Marcel de Jong with the PK. I think that's a good call. Zlatan? Daniel Henry? How about that matchup later on? PK good or no?
Undoubtedly a PK, and we probably wouldn't have put it in the show if it wasn't Zlatan.
All right, we finish in Toronto. The Reds trying to get back in that playoff race in New England, just hanging around, but not for long. Go to the 44th minute, and here is Lucas Janssen being taken down in the box by Caicedo. There's contact there, Bobby, but I don't think there's any real contact from Caicedo, whose right leg is in front and whose back leg is dragging, but I don't think really hits Janssen. Good no call, no foul given, well done.
Now let's go to the 48th minute. Toronto has scored a goal, but rewinded a touch, and Jonathan Osorio bumps a New England player off the ball, and it does probably gain an advantage for Toronto FC. Using APP and video review, the referees decide to take the goal back for that Osorio bump off the ball. Andrew, I'm perfectly fine with this. Osorio knew what he was doing. It was a foul. Well done by the referees.
Bump is also kind. That was a retaliation for a little back and forth before, and he went through the player. You could argue that could have been a second yellow card. All right, that's it from us. Anything you disagree with or that maybe we missed, let us know using the hashtag Instant Replay. That's it for us. No new narratives, Bobby. Good week. We'll see you next time.